Hi Leo, it's Lawrence here at the DLGA Golf Academy in Spain. Leo has promised here's the lesson that we had earlier. Let me just play the old swing along. Good player obviously, playing off zero, and you said you were struggling with a couple of those left shots. Okay, so you're struggling to kind of keep the ball on line, and you hardly start the ball right at the target. It always seems to be left, and quite a big kind of miss to the right in the shape of a fade really. And what we'll see is, if we just play the swing just one more time, there's just a few issues there with the pull shots and with the fade shots. And very simply, if we just wind the swing back, what we'll notice is, with the grip, if I was to push in on the grip here, Leo, if you imagine this is the line going up your grip here, if you have a look at the placement of the thumb, you can see the thumb is really to the left of the club, and so this is going to affect the way your forearms work in your backswing, and how the club face would work as well. So because that thumb is placed to the left of the grip, okay, as you look down at it, a few things will happen. One, you won't be able to leave the club properly, and so as you take the club back, what you'll see is that club face will be really closed. Also, one of the things that you'll see is you'll actually have the club face a little bit outside of your hand, so it almost looks as though as you're swinging up, there's no forearm rotation at all in the left hand, in the left arm, and also with the right arm as well. Okay, and so that's what gets you really close to the top. You'll actually find that you can't really get this club swinging. Try and develop some kind of tempo in your swing, some kind of rhythm as well. And so from there, it just looks like it's lifted with a shut club face, Leo. And remember, shut club face doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hook the ball. With better players, what you'll tend to do, you can see just first of all the way the club works up here, will work up quite steep, and they'll work across the line and almost shut as well. So if you have a look at the right arm, the right arm tends to get away from the body. Okay, so left arm playing way too steep, just because there was no swing to that club and the club face is shut. And so as you come down, the hands will reroute a little bit too steep for your body. And you can see from there, okay, you're always going to hit that left shot. So closed club face, you've got to try and open it on the way through, and that's what creates your slightly missed shots to the left, but also because of the path coming in quite steep, you'll actually create more of a fade as well. And with longer clubs, you should see that fade turn into quite a big slice really, Leo. And I know you're a good player and you want to play the fade, but here it's just a little bit too much of a shot club face, too steep. So what are we going to do? Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to sort out the grip. We've got to get that left thumb more to the right of the grip as you look down, okay? And what that's going to help you to try and do is this. If I can pull up an image that we had from earlier, okay, and it's actually this one here. Alright. Now I just want you to see how the levers in your golf swing work. So if we have a look now, you can see what I'm trying to get you to do there, Leo. This is a great little training drill. The way you place that left hand, you see how you're pressing with your index finger of your right into the left thumb. Okay, so the pressure on that left thumb for you has to feel as though you're going from high right to low left. Okay, that's the sensation now. As soon as you get that, look what happens to the pressure on the club. You can see the club head starts first as you press down on that thumb, so you actually start to lever the club correctly, but also you'll start to get a little bit of forearm rotation as well on that. So keeping that pressure in that left thumb, have a look at the set that you create at the top, have a look at that club face. Now have a look at how the left thumb works here, because it's in the wrong position, there's the wrong pressure points. Have a look, you can see there the Velcro strap in your gloves pointing down, as you wind it up to the top, you can see there's hardly any set whatsoever to that club, and it's quite shut as well. Okay, so that's an image that I want you to try and keep all the way to the top, is that pressure point there, and have a look at that turn there. Hands are slightly lower, there's more set to the club, looks more compact, it looks more powerful as well. Now the biggest change you'll see is probably from the down the line view. And as we take hold of the club here, okay, it's the same little drill that we did, and we know the position here because of that left thumb. The pressure's not quite in the right place, club face closed. Have a look at this. So as you press into that left thumb with the right hand index finger from high right to low left, look what happens to the club. The club starts to swing, but also it starts to rotate. Now if you have a look at that club face there, Leo, you can do pretty much anything you want from that. And then from there, as you keep the pressure on, look how the club sets. Have a look at the club setting there. Okay, so it's all really to do with the grip here with your left hand, and up to the top you can see very steep left shoulder plane. This will help you to drive the club, Leo, more to the right of the target. Okay, that's the sensation from that position, is driving it to the right of the target. Now from there, the club can easily fall down this way because of the dynamics of it and the weight of the club head. Instead of feeling like it's coming really vertical and over, you're going to feel like that club can actually just fall from the slightly laid off position down, and you can actually get quite shallow on the shot, which means that you can play pretty much anything you want. So that's a great drill for you to do, Leo, but also what I'd like you to do is try and practice a little bit more like this. Okay, so there we've got the club set in position, okay, about halfway, and then try and feel that club a little bit more toe up, but feel the rotation in your left arm, so feel the pressure in that left hand grip, and what you'll find is you'll start swinging the club a little bit more on plane, okay, but using the forearms correctly, but using the leverage correctly with the grip, okay, and that's the sensation that you want to try and feel, and try and move away from that, and then you'll get a lot shallower coming down with a neutral club face, okay, instead of that. So I hope that helps you out, and please feel free to come back another time, and we'll have a look. All right, thanks very much, Leo.